Good morning, everybody. Rob Vino here, Rob Vino Sports and SportsMemo.com. College football Saturday, about 3.5 hours away from kickoff. We're going to start the day with an early free play. Here we're going to go, if you look at the cursor right here, you'll see we're going to rotation game number 337, 338, a 12:30 Eastern start, 9:30 Pacific start. Indiana at Wake Forest. This game was bet down as far as the total is concerned from 56 earlier this morning. We saw 53.5. The downward movement, obviously dual related. Weather was a huge consideration by the money, as was the quarterback for Wake Forest, as starter John Wolford, the passing quarterback for this team, is out, and his backup Kendall Hinton will start. As far as the weather is concerned, let's start right there. Weather really shouldn't be an issue here. The Carolinas are going to have some rain today, but current projections don't call for much more than scattered light showers. No real wind to affect the game either, so don't know that weather is a concern anymore. It may be why we've seen a bump within the last 60 minutes upward in the total here from 53.5 to 54. Kendall Hinton, the starting quarterback for Wake Forest, true freshman, much more of a runner than Wolford. Wolford more of the passer. Last week against Army, Kendall Hinton has 17 carries for 101 yards. I think this is an advantage for Wake Forest. Last week they did not score some points. We tried Army Wake Forest over last week. Wolford got hurt in the second quarter, had to leave the game. Wake Forest had to change game plans. They score 17 in the second half, but the game lands 17-14, far under the total. This week could be and should be a different situation for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons all week to prepare with Kendall Hinton at quarterback. The switch in offensive styles, I think, causes far more problems for Indiana than it does for Wake Forest. Indiana, not a good defense to begin with, but very little game film on Kendall Hinton, on Wake Forest as a read option style football team, or at least with that component added into their offense. So I think what Indiana will probably have some difficulties here. They'd have difficulties anyway stopping Wake Forest because they have difficulty stopping anybody, but with the read option incorporated with the running ability of Hinton, if a pass play breaks down, I think that causes even more trouble for Indiana. So look for Wake Forest to find their way towards 30 points in this one, if not more. Everybody finds their way to 30 against Indiana. No reason why Wake Forest, with this advantage, I'm going to call it, a bit of an advantage here offensively, no reason for them not to get to 30 themselves or better. As far as Indiana is concerned, with Nate Sudfeld at quarterback, Kevin Wilson's offense, ever since he's been there, has been incredibly potent. And as I said off the top here, with Nate Sudfeld at quarterback, it remains that way. Nobody stops Indiana for the most part unless it's a superior defense. Wake Forest, not a superior defense. I think Indiana, weather won't affect them. I think that might have been a concern earlier in the week by bettors, but should not be a concern now. They should be able to throw. They're very balanced. They can run. They are by far the most advanced offensive team that Wake Forest has faced all season long. Look for Indiana to do big things on offense. Whenever you can grab an Indiana total and play it over at this type of price, 54, you have to go ahead and take advantage. The rain, not going to really be a factor as far as current projections for the weather are concerned. The quarterback situation, I think, is a bonus as far as points on the scoreboard are concerned. Advantage Wake Forest, disadvantage Indiana defense. 54 to me just seems way too low. It's going to be your free play for this morning. I'm going to take Wake Forest, Indiana, game 337, 338, up and over the 54. I think this game may bump up even higher as the morning goes on, so go ahead and get it now. We'll get back with you later in the day with some additional stuff. Visit the RobVinoSports.com homepage. Visit SportsMemo.com by all means today. Inside the forum, you get the college football Saturday discussion with every one of us analysts at Sports Memo on board, contributing, all of the membership contributing their thoughts. You get first half, second half advice. We'll come back later today, perhaps with some first half, second half advice here on YouTube as well. So once again, free play for this morning. Game 337, 338, Indiana versus Wake Forest over the 54. Good luck with all your plays today.